Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Atem one-piece suit, available at RevZilla.com. To my left, I have Phil rocking the new for 2016 Atem from Alpinestars. Now, price hasn't changed. We're still coming in around that $1,500 mark, but this is the top end of the Alpinestars suit food chain before you get into Kangaroo over $2,000. So again, pro level suit. The baby brother to this is going to be the GP Pro, which has DFS, but the armor scheme's a little different. It's more of a sport fit. Make no mistake, this is a pro race level fit here in the Atem, and they've made a handful of key changes for this new iteration. They've also done is change the Atem jacket, which you can turn into a two-piece suit, and there's also a full-on Atem two-piece suit, which is again the sister product of this. But I'm going to tell you, as we walk through this, some of the new changes, they didn't make them to the two-piece suit. So don't buy that. Either buy the one-piece or buy the jacket and add an Alpinestars track pant to it. Now, to my left, he's got the high-vis yellow, black, and white version, 3 colors available. And quickly, let's talk about the changes moving into 16 over the previous version. Now, you'll see that they got rid of the aramidic panel across the chest for stretch. They've actually beefed up the comfort on the new Atem suit. And what they've done here is they've increased the aramidic stretch panels, and you can see they're dually stitched now, and they're going to move all the way down to the wrist. They've made the wrist more low profile. They have neoprene now at the collar, but again, the big change here is the elasticated leather panels, which are going to give you more range of motion when you're in the tuck, and that is a nice improvement just in surface area and positioning for the 2016 version. Again, still a perf scheme. It's still going to flow air for those of you that are riding in a hot weather climate. Again, we all need that, and your DFS scheme is going to flow air as well. The other thing really comes into play from a protection standpoint. So remember, they didn't change the price, but you're getting a lot more suit here. First thing that's going to jump out is there's a different stitching scheme working within the suit. So on all of your aramidic panels, now you're seeing dual stitching versus single stitching. You also have the ability to have this tuck and roll type stitching, safety stitched, carrying a CE weight for this garment around all the main leather panels. So again, upgraded that stitching. What they've also done, you're going to see it when Phil turns sideways, not yet, is that they've moved on the outside of the legs, they've moved stitches away from those butt and hip slide areas. So again, they're moving things around to make it more protective. The other thing they've done is now on the shoulders using BTAC armor. So in the previous model, you had BTAC armor, which is a European armor geared more for racing, really GP level. You had it in the elbow and the forearm, and they used to have bio armor. Now you have BTAC at the shoulders, you have BTAC at the knees, all the way down through the shin. Again, just upgrading that armor component. So between the creature comforts and the protection, it's a nice iterative step forward from Alpinestars, and I applaud them by not moving the price tag needle. Again, pro level suit. If you're buying $1,500 suit, you're looking for the best in protection and performance. And again, you're probably doing a little bit more than your just 1 or 2 track days a year. Now, quickly, let's talk about sizing, and then we'll dive into the rest of the nuance here. Sizing, I have Phil to my left, 6'1", 195, 42, 43-inch chest. He's wearing a size 54. Use the size chart. It puts him right squarely in the range, and I will tell you this is a race fit. Now, we were talking about it before the video today, and I said, Phil, could you go down a size? And he said, you know, I own a Dainese suit, and it actually fits a little bit more snugly. I'm probably right in the center. So for him, for your average guy taking to the track, doing a lot of track days, if you want to be able to stand up and down, again, race level suit, the 54 is going to work for him. If he goes down to the 52, he's going to be kind of tucked in all the time. He's not going to be able to hang out in his garage standing straight up and down. But again, a lot of guys gravitate that way. It's really personal preference. But again, overall, it's going to be a race fit, and it has an articulation and accordion stretch panel scheme that's going to allow you to stay in that tuck position while staying comfortable. Now, remember, we're going to ship for free over 39 bucks. Use the size chart. But what I'd really love is for you to leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback on all the new changes as we walk through them here on the Atem for 16 by clicking our logo and subscribing to us. Do that. I do this for you. Leave me your comments for me. I'm always curious to hear the feedback. Now, diving in, remember, basics of a race suit, 1.3 mil grade cowhide, and that's basics for Alpinestars because they go above and beyond. Other guys do a different grade. This is full grain cowhide, 1.3 millimeter. Big perforation scheme throughout the whole suit. It's going to flow air. You also have the increased aramidic stretch panels that are now aramidic. They're Kevlar infused. They will flow air as well as allowing that stretch to come into play. From an armor standpoint, we talked about BTAC. Let's talk about our DFS system, the dynamic friction shield, elbows, shoulders, knees. You're going to have the slide area as well as a TPU that has vents to flow air. And we turn him sideways, not yet, not yet. We're going to talk a little bit more about how that works. If you look in the crotch, You're going to see more aramidic stretch panel. And then as you work your way down to the knee, you're going to see the knees are actually slightly tweaked. So again, staying with this theme of increased surface area for elasticated panels, you have it down along the side of the knee. It goes a little bit further. You're still getting a GP style slider on the two-piece suit. You only get a sport style slider. You have this big DFS system with the B-tack behind it. And I will tell you, even on the inside of the knee, these little grippers, those little quarter-shaped elements on the inside, they're actually going to interface with your bike when you're in a corner with your knee down and give you one more point of contact to be able to maneuver the motorcycle. Moving into the legs, again, medial side entry and exit on the zipper, that's the inside of your leg, and they do have an expansion panel along the back. So if we look at it front down, a handful of different changes. The styling is slightly tweaked. They got rid of that big panel, but again, all in pro level suit. Turn and face that away for me, my good man. If we look at the side, we talked about DFS. There's the venting that I spoke about. Moving down, I like that they offered you a reflective pop. In Europe, a lot of guys wear race suits on the street, so it's great that they did that. Moving down again, DFS in the elbow. You have your elasticated panels, top of the elbow, B-tack armor all the way down. Now, if Phil moves his arm, here's your elasticated panels, your accordion panels. Remember, on the GP Pro, these are going to be textile. I like them in leather, making that investment. Again, they move all the way down under the lats, better range of motion. Moving down the side, if we look at his hip, you're going to have a screened-on graphic. There's no stitches here. When you start to sew graphics on, you're puncturing leather. When you puncture leather, you're adding weakness to it. So again, not only have they moved the seams out of that area, which the previous suit has seam in that area, they've given you an area with nothing that's going to weaken it. Again, over top of the hip armor that's baked in here, again, in that massive area for slide. And if you look down along the back side of the leg, you'll see this area of S1 stretch moving up along the side and then tucking into his Super Tech R boots. And on the back side of the calf, you're going to see that expansion panel as well. Turn backwards for me there, Mr. Somersault. If we look at the back here, it used to be 3D mesh. It's now going to be aramidic stretch panel across the neck. There's neoprene at the top, tying it all together. Again, very comfortable against your skin. Full GP style hump. You see the elasticated stretch. That's going to be this leather paneling, the accordion panels, again, baked in along the wings here. Moving down from the ventilated hump, big yoke across the backside that works into baked-in temper foam coccyx protection. Your coccyx is your tailbone. Oh, you learned something today. Now, if we move down past the seat, notice the way it's stitched, again, with that upgraded stitching scheme throughout the entire suit, and then down the backside of the legs. You have cutouts on the backs of the knees, expansion panels on the backside of the calves. Again, room to breathe, room to stay comfortable here within the new Atem suit from Alpinestars. Now come back around to the front. Let's talk about a few other things going on. Now Phil, in this suit, actually has Nucleon chest protector as well as a Nucleon KRR back protector on right now. He's wearing it fully baked. So again, plenty of room within this suit. You can add that Nucleon after the fact. And the back protector is the KRR, which actually has a snap that hangs. So again, waist belt snapped in, CE level 2. The nice part is if he wants to pull that back protector out for any reason, he can actually Velcro off the snap, so you're never going to have those pressure points. When they first came out with that snap system, they actually weren't removable. If you weren't using a back protector, at times you could feel them. Again, Alpinestars listening, doing a great job of moving things forward. The other thing to note, it's a fully removable liner, 3D bubble across the back, antimicrobial, pull it out, wash it. You're going to be able to defuncify your suit if you have a long range track day in the heat. And if we look at the collar here, or the cuffs, these used to be 3D mesh and 3D bubble as well. They've refined those. Auto-locking zippers, CE rated. There's my liner that's removable. But notice you even have the wrist straps with the micro Velcro, again, keeping it fully CE rated. So remember, one-piece suit, rock solid, nice upgrade. You want to go two-piece suit? Buy an Atem jacket, buy Alpinestars track pants. Two-piece suit, I'm sorry, Alpinestars, send me an angry letter, but they didn't get the armor, they didn't get the new stretch panels, they didn't get the improvements, and they have a sports slider. I don't like it. I don't like the two-piece suit. I'm thinking you have your options here within the Atem family. Go for those new upgrades. The next step in your journey is to click the info button. Visit RevZilla.com and read other rider reviews of those that have put an Atem one-piece through its paces. Start with my information, but you shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown on the new Atem Race Suit. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.